Imagine the most exhilarating emotion in the world: love. It's the heartbeat of our existence, the melody that connects us to others, and the force that can elevate life to its most vibrant heights. Yet isn't it also love that has the power to devastate us when misplaced or unreciprocated? How many of us have found ourselves longing for someone only to feel neglected, undervalued, or worse, completely invisible? Here's the problem. Most people think that pouring their entire heart into someone, giving unconditional love and sacrificing their own needs will make someone love them back. It's a noble notion, but one that often leads to heartbreak. Love doesn't work like that. In fact, the more you chase, the more it slips away. The more you give without boundaries, the less it's appreciated. But what if I told you there's another way? A better way. A way to make him not just notice you, but truly desire you, value you, and cherish the love you have to offer. This isn't about manipulation or playing games. It's about understanding human psychology, valuing yourself, and mastering the delicate balance of attraction and connection. It's about employing the principles of dark Stoic psychology, a mix of self-mastery and subtle influence in this video. I'm sharing with you 7 unshakable rules to flip the script and make him fall for you deeply and authentic. These are not shallow tricks. They're transformative strategies rooted in psychology and timeless wisdom, like Stoicism, which teaches self-respect and emotional resilience. By the end of this, you'll know how to command, respect, spark desire, and create a connection that he can't ignore, ready to unlock the secrets. Let's dive into the first rule that will revolutionize how you approach love. Rule 1: cultivate your own. Rule 1: cultivate your own happiness. Let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed how magnetic people who are genuinely happy seem to be? They light up a room with their energy, and others are drawn to them effortlessly. Why? Because happiness is attractive. And here's the truth. Nobody wants to be responsible for someone else's happiness. When you make your joy, your satisfaction, and your fulfillment dependent on him, you're not attracting him, you're pushing him away. It's a heavy burden to carry, and the energy of ease can be suffocating. But the moment you shift your focus from needing him to being fulfilled in your own life, something incredible happens. You become irresistible. Think about it. A woman who radiates confidence and has her own passions, goals, and interests is intriguing. She doesn't sit around waiting for a text or rearranging her entire schedule just to accommodate him. She's out there living her best life. And that's the kind of energy that captivates a man's attention. So how do you start cultivating your own happiness? It begins with rediscovering what brings you joy, what lights you up. Is it painting, dancing, traveling, or pursuing a career goal? Whatever it is, dive into it wholeheartedly. Build a life so rich and fulfilling that his presence becomes a delightful addition, not the sole purpose of your existence. Here's a powerful example. I imagine you've spent weeks preparing for a trip you've always dreamed of. And then he calls, asking to meet. If you're living for his approval, you might cancel everything just to see him. But a woman who values her own happiness says, I'd love to see you, but I've got this incredible adventure planned. Let's find another time. That's power. That's self-respect. That's the energy of someone who knows her worth. And let's not forget, when you're truly happy, you exude a confidence that's impossible to fake. Confidence is like an unspoken language that whispers, I'm worth it. It draws him in without you even having to try. It's also a fundamental principle of Stoicism, finding contentment within yourself, not in external circumstances. Now let me address a common question. Doesn't this make you seem disinterested or cold? Absolutely not. You're not shutting him out. You're showing him that you have a full, rich life that you'd love to share with him, but you don't need him to complete you, and that subtle distinction is what sets you apart from every other woman. Vying for his attention by cultivating your own happiness, you're not just becoming more attractive to him, you're becoming the best version of yourself. You're stepping into your power, embracing your independence, and showing the world that your joy is non-negotiable. And trust me when he sees that, he'll want to be part of the incredible life you're creating. But don't stop here. This is just the beginning. The next rule will take your self-worth and emotional resilience to an entirely new level if you're ready to discover how to truly own your emotional space and become someone he admires deeply. Keep watching. Rule 2: be emotionally self-sufficient. Let's get real. How often? Rule 2. Be emotionally self-sufficient. Do you lean on someone else to validate your feelings, fix your problems, or pick you up when you're feeling down? It's natural after all. Relationships are meant to be supportive, right? But here's the catch. When your emotional stability hinges on someone else, it creates a dependency that can feel overwhelming to them and disempowering to you. If you want him to fall deeply in love with you, you need to become emotionally self-sufficient. Why? Because emotional strength is irresistibly attractive. Think about the kind of partner you'd want: someone who crumbles under pressure and relies on you for every little thing, or someone who can navigate life's challenges with resilience and grace. The latter, of course. And guess what? That's exactly what he's looking for too. Emotional self-sufficiency doesn't mean shutting him out or pretending you're invincible. It's about showing him that you're capable of handling life's ups and downs on your own, and that his support is a bonus, not a necessity. It's the essence of stoicism, where you take control of your emotions rather than letting them control you. So how do you cultivate this kind of strength? Start by becoming your own anchor. The next time you feel overwhelmed, instead of running to him or anyone else for comfort, pause, reflect. Ask yourself, what can I do to work through this on my own? Maybe it's journaling your thoughts, meditating, or going for a long walk to clear your head. The key is to develop coping mechanisms that don't rely on his presence. Let's paint a picture here. Imagine he's had a tough day, and instead of finding you emotionally drained and seeking reassurance, he finds you calm, composed, and ready to listen. Do you know how powerful that is? You're not just a partner, you're a pillar of strength. He'll not only admire you, but also feel safe and secure in your presence. But emotional self-sufficiency isn't just about how he perceives you. It's about how you perceive yourself. When you know you can weather any storm on your own, it boosts your confidence, self-esteem, and sense of independence. And confidence, as we discussed in the first rule, is magnetic. It tells the world, I've got this, and that energy is hard to resist. Now let's address a common worry. Doesn't this mean I'm pushing him away by not relying on him? Absolutely not. You're not shutting him out. You're creating a space where he can admire your strength and choose to support you without feeling obligated. When he sees that you're capable of standing on your own 2 feet, he'll feel even more inspired to be by your side. Here's a little secret rooted in dark Stoic psychology. When you master your emotions, you master the dynamic you'll feel drawn to. You're calm, intrigued by your resilience, and captivated by your strength, that you become the kind of woman he wants, not just to love, but to learn from and grow with. So are you ready to take control of your emotional world and become a partner? Here admires deeply. If this resonates with you, I want you to comment below. I am my own anchor. Let's affirm this transformation together. And don't forget to like this video. Your engagement helps us reach more women, ready to embrace their inner power. If you're feeling inspired so far, share your thoughts in the comments. What's one step you'll take to become more emotionally self-sufficient today? Stay tuned, because the next rule will teach you how to master the art of attention, when to give it, when to withhold it, and why it's one of the most powerful tools in the game of love. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Keep watching. Rule 3. Make him earn your attention. Let's talk about attention. Rule 3. Make him earn your attention. Currency of connection. Attention is one of the most powerful gifts you can offer someone yet. It's often handed out far too easily. Here's a harsh truth: if you freely give your attention to someone without requiring anything in return, its value diminishes. And when your attention loses value, so do you imagine this scenario? You're always available. Every time he calls you, answer. Every time he texts, you respond instantly. You drop everything to accommodate him. It might feel like you're showing love, but what you're really doing is making yourself predictable, and predictability can quickly become boring. Worse, it can make you seem less special. So here's the rule. Stop giving your attention away so freely. Make him earn it. This doesn't mean you need to play games or act aloof. It's about creating a sense of value around your time and focus. When your attention becomes something he has to work for, it becomes more meaningful and, most importantly, more desirable. Think of it like this. Would you value a rare diamond if it was lying around in every corner store? Of course not. Its rarity makes it precious. The same principle applies to your attention. The moment you step back and treat your time as something rare and valuable, you shift the dynamic. Suddenly, he realizes he can't take you for granted. But how do you actually make him earn your attention without coming across as rude or disinterested? It starts with setting boundaries. For example, Don't always be available at a moment's notice if he calls, but you're in the middle of something important, whether it's a work project, a hobby, or even just some time for yourself. Let him wait, not to punish him, but to show that your time is precious. You're not an afterthought. You're a priority, and your schedule reflects that. Here's a subtle, yet powerful way to reinforce this when you do give him your attention. Make it meaningful. Be fully present. Listen to him, engage with him, and show genuine interest. This contrast, being selectively available but deeply present when you are, creates an emotional pull. He'll start to treasure the moments he has with you because they feel special. You might be wondering, isn't this manipulative? Not at all. In fact, it's rooted in respect. Both self-respect and mutual respect. You're respecting your own time and energy, and in doing so, you're teaching him to respect it too. Their relationships thrive on balance. And part of that balance comes from understanding the give and take of attention. Here's another layer to this rule when you're not giving him your attention. Focus on yourself and your passions. This ties back to rule 1, when he sees that you're not sitting by the phone waiting for him to call, but instead living a vibrant, fulfilling life. It creates a sense of intrigue. He'll start wondering what you're up to, who you're with, and how he can be a bigger part of your world. And let's not forget the power of absence, sometimes pulling back a little crease space for him to miss you. It's a concept deeply connected to dark Stoic psychology. The art of holding back just enough to spark curiosity and desire when you're not always there. He'll start to appreciate your presence more. It's human nature to want what feels just. Out of reach, but be careful. This isn't about withholding affection or playing hard to get. It's about maintaining a sense of balance and self-worth. When you value your own time and energy, he'll naturally start to value it too, by making him earn your attention. You're not just creating a dynamic of respect and appreciation. You're also laying the groundwork for a deeper connection. When he knows your time is valuable, he'll be more intentional about how he spends it with you. And that, my friend, is how you keep him invested, intrigued, and eager to be a part of your life. Now, as you reflect on this rule, consider the ways you currently give your attention. Are you handing it out too freely, or are you setting boundaries that reflect your worth? And the answer could transform not just your relationship with him, but with yourself. Rule 4, balance the effort. In Rule 4, balance the effort in the relationship. The relationship picture. This, you're constantly the one making plan, sending text, checking in, and keeping the relationship afloat. It feels like you're carrying the weight of it all on your shoulders. Exhausting, isn't it? Now, consider this when one person puts in all the effort. The balance of a relationship shifts, and the dynamic becomes unhealthy over time. He might even start to take you for granted. Here's the rule. Stop doing all the work. Let him step up and meet you. Halfway, relationships are partnerships, not solo endeavors. When both parties invest, equally respect and connection flourish. But when you're the only one holding things together, it sends a subtle message. This relationship matters more to me than it does to you, and that's not the energy you want to bring into your connection. So how do you change this dynamic? Start by recognizing where the imbalance lies. Are you always the first to text? Do you constantly suggest dates or outings? Are you the one who ensures conflicts are resolved? If so, it's time to pull back, not out of spite or manipulation, but out of respect for yourself and for the relationship. When you give him space to contribute, you're not just allowing the relationship to balance, you're also giving him the opportunity to show his investment. And here's the thing, when a man invests in a relationship, he values it more. It's human psychology. The more effort someone puts into something, the more they care about it. Let's say you're used to initiating all the weekend plans instead of texting him, "What should we do this Saturday?" Try waiting to see if he reaches out first. If he doesn't, don't